Hello everyone, this is Cool Pro 195 streaming live with the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Gasmoxia Grand Prix casual livestream number 1, and also, of course, this is going to be the only live stream for me to part ways with the Gasmoxia Grand Prix, since obviously it's come to an end. And as a matter of fact, this officially marks the end of an era. And yes, I know all of the Grand Prix have already been over as of the past few weeks, but I'm only doing this now because I didn't get a chance to do it like through the past few weeks, just because of, all the bullshit that work has brought on. Incompetent cunts not playing their part. Man, that can really fuck someone up big time. Especially when you're sick of the sight of the place. But anyways, apart from that, that's besides the point. Point is, this is the end of an era now. Now that all of the Grand Prix are over, for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, finally we can all move on with our lives. Not that I didn't have fun doing any of them, it's just, I don't know, it did feel like a chore at some points, so yeah. But it was still fun, nonetheless, but yeah. And of course this is done on the PS4 Pro, so there you go. And by the way, I've actually got 4 new followers now. Thank you lot for following. Like, I really appreciate the support, so it really means a lot. And if you're currently watching right now, then yeah, I also appreciate that as well. Hang on, let me just hear it back. Great. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna share it around as well, but yeah, I really appreciate the support over the past few days. It means a lot. And for those watching, hey, feel free and be sure to stay tuned for whatever's up, for whatever I've got planned for this live stream. But yeah, I know that they've released an update which pretty much, gets rid of the whole Grand Prix stuff altogether and changes, it basically changes the title screen back to how it was originally before they started reiterating them per Grand Prix ever since the Spooky Grand Prix. Actually, no, not since the Spooky Grand Prix, since the Spyro and Friends Grand Prix. But yeah, there's been an update and not only does this new update include all that stuff, not only does it actually change, the layout back to, the title screen back to how it originally was, it also adds all the brand new content as like a bonus, a special thank you, as it were, from Beanox, the main frontline developers of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, as like a token of their gratitude towards us. Like, we get brand new characters and stuff. It's really cool. However, I still haven't updated it yet due to me not playing the game, like, especially since, before the Grand Prix has ended. Actually, I did play when the Grand Prix was coming. I did play the game when the Grand Prix was coming to an end, but since then, I didn't get much of a chance to even touch on my PS4 Pro, so yeah. So of course I haven't updated the game yet, but of course before I update it, I'll just showcase the Gasmoxia Grand Prix like title screen and CTR TV cutscene before I, update the game, so then I can just casually play some online matches. Okay, so I shared it around on other platforms. I'm just gonna do it on Discord now. As a matter of fact, I've actually been meaning to do this live stream for like the past few days now, but still, there were some points where I just felt like I couldn't bring myself to do it, because either it's because I always felt like, I don't know, later on it'd be a better time for it, or it'd be better if I leave it to the next day or the day after, due to like, suddenly having stuff coming up and all that. And also, it can be quite stressful sometimes, so like especially when it comes to, you know, bringing yourself to actually live stream. But then, like, you know, it just comes to the point where, you know, you feel like, you know, things are gonna go better if, you know, if you like leave it to some of a point where you feel like you're gonna be at, where you feel like you're actually gonna be in a better state of mind. That's a better way to put it. But yeah, but also, yeah, I apologize, I'm not perfect, but hey, no use in pointing out flaws in people. No one's perfect. That's just how it is. Oh hey, Spyro the Dragon 16X, welcome to the live stream. He says, my bro. But yeah, okay, that's pretty much everything shared around. Okay, let me just fire up my PS4 Pro. But yeah, people, this is it. It's officially the end of an era. Like, I really hope you enjoyed the Grand Prix as much as I did. I mean, I know there are people who enjoyed it more, of course, because obviously, you know, they had a fuck ton of time. They had a fuck ton of time on their hands, and more power to you. But with that being that, jump into this game. Yeah, and I can't go back. You know, it doesn't matter because it'll install in the background anyway. So it's just gonna launch before, you know, the update will even play. Yeah, just like that. Of course I'm gonna need to reset it to use online features. But you know, it is what it is. But anyways, yeah, finally. I figured, you know, it's now or never to do the live stream. Yeah, and for the Gasmoxia Grand Prix, this is the reiterated title screen that we have. It looks really cool, the way the logo looks. The whole intergalactic theme. And the spaceship is just sucking them both up. There's amazing attention to detail there. The way Oxide just drops the trophy, the way he just drops the golden trophy like it's a worthless piece of shit to him. Like, that is hilarious attention to detail. But yeah, and for those of you who don't know, the setting of this Grand Prix was actually set in an intergalactic drive-through, which is also where, you know, the new racetrack, which, what you call it, which, I forgot the fucking Grand Prix was called, the Gasmoxia Grand Prix. I don't know how I could forget that. But yeah, all this is live commentary, so what do you expect? And of course, as you can see in the bottom left and bottom right, you get a selection of what food you want from the intergalactic drive-through. You can choose between nuclear pizza and toxic burger. What are your preferences, people? Take your pick. And there's like there's fucking king chicken floating around. Okay, yeah, it's already looped, so like that's the end of that. Okay, so anyways, before I showcase any of this stuff, okay, and I can see that, you know, it's not actually showing, like, you know, one of those borders that has, like, you know, news headlines across it, because obviously the updates have changed. You need to update the game in order for that, but soon this will be erased. Well, it won't be erased, but the Grand Prix section will be changed, obviously. But yeah, anyways, before that, I'm just gonna, before I jump into the Grand Prix section and basically, you know, restart the game after it's updated, I'm just gonna showcase the CTR TV cutscene that actually advertises the Gasmoxia Grand Prix. And just like they say in game shows, run VT.
Live from Activision, this is CTR TV.
Greetings, Earth slugs. Do not worry, I have no plans to retake your mushy planet. You can keep it for yourselves. I am transmitting to you from the planet Gasmoxia, where I challenge you all to test your puny skills in a race on our latest track, constructed high above the planet's surface. With our two largest fast food conglomerates competing for an official CTR TV sponsorship, things are bound to get toxic! Because I like to keep things fair, I've invited a fellow galactic ruler to join us. Emperor Velo 27!
As ruler of this galaxy, I'll own this Grand Prix.
And as a final show of good faith, I've asked our engineers to create some of the finest hovercrafts on this side of the galaxy. Farewell, Terra Vermin. See you on Gasmoxia!
Okay, here we are back, and yeah, I know what it will be changed to. Like, I just don't want to spoil it for those who don't know yet. But yeah, anyways, here we go. But yeah, let's just see what the Grand Prix section will actually look like. Like, you know, with, you know, this version of the game's update not actually being the final version anymore. So let's see what that's gonna look like before I actually, you know, restart the game once it's updated. Patch available, you must update the application to use network features. Okay, so officially, we can't jump in. Of course you can't access it without internet anyway, but hey, it is what it is, you know. But either way, it's not gonna matter, it's not gonna change, so yeah, might as well. I'll just see how download's going. Oh, I've got 54 minutes left, so I might as well just play some games. I don't know whether that's to do with me, the fact that I'm live streaming or not. Wow, and that's a big ass update file right there. Like 5 gigabytes. Oh, 5.249 gigabytes to be exact. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, it'll be at least an hour. So, I don't know, I think at least I'll be able to, I'll just showcase, like, Drive Through Danger, which is the new track that the Gasmoxia Grand Prix has introduced. By the way, something that I've been meaning to point out about the thumbnail that I've created for this particular live stream, but I didn't point out earlier, but have been meaning to point out, is the fact that the way that Crash racing his hover car is actually looking at the logo. Like, the way I actually made this thumbnail is actually quite interesting, and it wasn't even intentional either, but the way it looks, it makes it look as if, you know, Crash, who's actually racing inside the hovercraft, is actually looking at the logo as if he's like visualizing himself, like picturing himself like winning the race. He's picturing victory ahead of time, even though like he knows he's gonna win. He's like, oh yeah, that trophy's mine. These motherfuckers ain't gonna catch up to me anytime soon. And the way to clip St. Oxide as well, like that was also unintentional as well, especially since, well, those are like, that was a default placement anyway, as you were able to tell for like the thumbnails for the past few you know, Grand Prix based live streams. But yeah. Anyways, but apart from that, I love the visual aesthetic of the thumbnail. It looks pretty cool. I think I might do a single race for, yeah, to actually, like, you know, showcase it properly. I could actually, you know, do a single race within, you know, the drive-through danger. It's a cool place. Yeah, I'll just keep the default stats as well. Got nothing to lose. Alright, Emperor Velo the 27th. And yeah, that's the outfit you unlock for actually completing the gold tier within the Gasmoxia Grand Prix, which is really cool. So yeah, I didn't unlock these lot, I have to admit, because obviously didn't have much time, but honestly, these don't mean anything in comparison to the one that's worth 25 Nitro points. But now these Nitro points obviously don't even matter anymore since the Grand Prix is over now. Like, there's no more Nitro gauge now. By the way. Not to flex, but here we have the Comcast Xfinity Flash Car. Well, it's not really much of a flex, to be honest, since Activision have just landed themselves in hot water due to a fishy business practice over this shit, so it really wasn't a wise business practice for them to put in place, just to have, like, you know, people who are only customers to, like, you know, Comcast Xfinity, like, were able to get this free, but those, especially like myself, either they would have had to have gone to an extent of, like, you know, either having a friend who is from America who is actually able to give you one of their, like, double use codes, since, like, there are these double use codes which can be used by two separate people, but they can't be used by the exact same account twice. They can only be used by two separate accounts. Whereas for me, I managed to get codes for all three versions. I have it for the PS4 version, the Xbox One version, and the Nintendo Switch version. But, and of course, around the time when, you know, the Xfinity Flash Car was literally just new, like, there were people on eBay selling the fucking codes for a ridiculous price. It was so fucking, like, it really wasn't worth it. So, like, I just waited to a point where it just became, like, far more, where the prices were just far more reasonable to a point where it's just worth purchasing. Like, it would give, like, more bang for the buck per se. Which was wise of me, but yeah, anyways, fuck that. I'll just showcase this of Emperor Velo 27th. It was also the new character that was introduced in the Gasmoxia Grand Prix, and along with that, like, some of the characters actually got spacesuits as well. So yeah, or space, like, related update. Outfits, I mean, like, space themed outfits was what I meant to say. But yeah. Two new viewers, welcome to the live stream. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Okay, the nuclear drive-through, here we are. But at some point, this is an intense track because of, like, the way it's shaped. However, at some points there are some sick tricks that you can pull off. But was a dick move coming from them. Oh wow, I hate it when it bashes against the fucking wall, it really doesn't help. Oh, but there are some points where you can just jump off and then just land, and you can skip parts of a track. Yeah, I was able to skip that, but that just wasn't the right speed that I had in order to make it over. Oh, but this is a piss easy shortcut to make. And then just, oh, you cunt, you were meant to do a U-turn after that, not before that. Man, yeah, it does take the piss sometimes. I know I can do better, but if some of these races weren't being such wankers, I would have made it. And yeah, easily I could have made that too, but just didn't have the right speed. And yes, you can choose to go like, yeah, it's funny how like they have those gates that represent the toxic burger and the nuclear pizza. But yeah, I don't know. Even the AI can race like total nukes when they want to. It's a right piss take. Cunt. Again, I didn't have the fucking, what do you call it, the right speed. There we go. Gets it right the second time. Stupid cunt. Wait, I know that you can actually skip that part of the track as well. Just by jumping down and turning around. Like, either doing like a brake turn in the air or a U-turn in the air. Yeah, I'm always holding the buttons down to do a U-turn because, like, I don't know, like, usually that would be more manageable than a brake turn, but I don't know, it really depends where you are. Oh, come on. See, it looks like you're gonna fall off though, which is fucking retarded. I'm just gonna restart because it just wants to act like a massive wank stain. But yeah. Hope you lot are enjoying the live stream. Our third viewer, welcome to the live stream wherever you are. May I take your order? Yeah, for which gate you go through really doesn't make a difference. But no, it's really cool attention to detail. Fuck off, you bunch of pricks. Fucking hell, why can't I get the speed to get that anymore? It's always a bitch now. I mean, I know that it's not... I haven't played this in time, but then again, it's not like I'm gonna make a full-time job out of the fucking game, so what do you expect? Like, I know I can do this shit. Don't get lost in my exhaust. That almost rhymes. Whoa, whoa, that was so close. See, like, there are way too many moments that are way too close to cool at some points. Because of just the way it's shaped. And some Mario Kart fans would be like, this is like the next Rainbow Road. Like to CTR. Oh man, you see, like, the perception is dog shit sometimes. Like, absolute dog shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You are able to skip that. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck that was all about, but it was a fucking joke, that was. Okay, let me just maintain that USF. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, sometimes it just feels too fast to call. I don't know. But it just gets fucking out of control, which is really annoying. And I know I can actually make that shortcut skip. Like, I've done it multiple times. Okay, well, that's at least the track showcased, well, somewhat properly anyway.
Ruler of the galaxy.
He'll always be a ruler of the galaxy. If I'm not in the skin orange overlord Bello. Oh yeah, of course. Because I haven't raced as him in a single race before, so yeah, balances that. Well, of course no 1 coins are rewarded because I need to download the fucking patch. Well, technically I am downloading it, the update just needs to finish. I don't know, I might do some ring rally in what you call it, the fucking drive-through danger. Wait, let me check the progress in the download. Okay, well, it's come a fair bit of a way, I gotta say, it's almost halfway, so I suppose that's tolerable. Only half an hour left. Definitely shaved off some time. So yeah. Just gonna ring rally that shit. Yeah, I'll be racing in this intergalactic hopper, whatever it's called. Yeah, let me see what the car's called again. Ah, the Velo Chopper. That was close. But yeah. No downtime indeed. Speaking of downtime, man, 2020 itself, it has been, well, before it was looking like it's gonna be a good year, but then we all know how that went down. That's right, people, all of you know what I'm fucking talking about. The coronavirus of bullshit. That just made this year, that's just made this whole year a fucking write-off now. Like, legit, because of the fucking lockdown, it's like, now no one can actually leave the house because of this virus that's spreading. That is actually spreading. So yeah, people, stay home, stay safe. Like, we're living in unprecedented times right now. Well, of course, it's easier to make it over in Ring Rally, but of course that fucked up because I didn't have a speed again, which is gay as fuck. Okay, I crashed into nothing. Okay, Beanox, you need to fix that. I don't care what so they need to fix that shit. Like, come on, crashing into nothing? Like, there's that piece of collision just shouldn't even be there. It's like, come on, visible rules, like, you're taking the piss now. And another thing, like, this track is actually, you know, it's shitty for the concept, for the whole ring rally concept. I mean, I know there's some people that can manage it, but realistically, how are you meant to, like, you know, constantly manage to make it over? Again, there's this piece of shit that keeps fucking getting in my way. Cunt. Absolute dog shit. Okay, it wants to fuck itself over. Yeah. To be honest, I really don't call that high score, but what the fuck ever. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a cool track. The concept is just absolute fucking dog shit. Wait, okay, now that's taking the fucking piss, that is. Okay, almost made that over. But yeah. And honestly, like, it's a joke how, like, I'm not perfectly executing fucking jumps when it comes to this live stream. Like, because I haven't played this in time. I mean, well, someone with a life knows how to, like, you know, deal with other shit, because some people are just too much of incompetent cunts to play their part in what's called a job. Then, yeah, what do you expect? Like, what else is there to expect from them? It's just fucking taking the piss. About fucking time I made that over. Okay, that was ridiculous. There was no fucking excuse for that. Like, stop taking the piss. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
It's like doing such hard work and then just... It's like doing like such, like the best, like the hardest work you've ever done and then flushing it down the toilet. Like the second, like 1 second later. Like, what's the fucking point? Okay. But anyways, apart from that, this is meant to be a chill live stream, but of course, you know, some shit just has to get out, and some things obviously they can't go unmentioned. Well, obviously because, specifically because, that's just how it is. And like, there's no escaping. There are times where this track can be like such a massive cunt. Yeah, because like, I'd say like a bit of a cunt would be an understatement for the bullshit that it gives you. Just based on this design. It's not bad level design, it's just, the concept is just dog shit. Well, I don't know, the level design ain't perfect, but it's not bad. But you know. Oh hey, to Patrick, welcome to the live stream, and hey, Super Weapon 667, welcome. Oh yeah, I'll read the messages now. Yeah, Super Dragon 16 says best streamer. Nice to know, because haha lol. Nuclear Peter Kappa. We changed to 1 per challenges, yep. That's all we changed to. But yeah, after Patrick says, oh shit, it sounds like the key of each track of music is different in the PAL version, crazy. I don't know, probably. Like, they sounded the same, but I'm not sure. I mean, I swear the game is supposed to be like the same worldwide. Well, apart from the Japanese version, obviously, with just the text and dialogue. But obviously, that's just about it. Super Weapon 667 says, or 667 says, "Hey, Crash Pro, or was it Cool Pro? I saw you were." He says, "Hey, Crash Pro, or was it Cool Pro? I saw you were streaming, so I had to join." Yeah, well, if you can read, yeah, it's Cool Pro, so yeah. It's funny, because like, back in the day, people used to mistake, like, apparently, people used to mistake, like, me for Crash Pro 3 and him for Cool, and him for Cool, for me, like, Cool Pro 195. But yeah, well, for those of you who don't know, like, my name was, like, pretty much inspired by his name. My username was pretty much inspired by his username, but obviously I made it my own. So. And he changed his name to Costco for his own reasons. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, welcome to the live stream. I think I'll do another ring rally and then I'll check the progress on the update. So then I can actually install it. Okay, quit being absolute dog shit. And yeah, there's a pad anyway, so like, there's not really much of an excuse for me to not make it over. Like, and I gotta say, like, for me personally, I don't even think there should be an excuse for me to not make it over until it's so yeah, I know I can jump down there, but you're gonna need a lot of speed. You're really gonna need that USF to kick in. Motherfucker! Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still having fun despite all the bullshit that's going on. But you know, it is what it is, I can't help the facts, I can't help how it is. And, you know, if you can't help but state the facts, what's stopping you? See, there we... Well, okay, piss easily I could have made that over because of that fucking turbo pad that was there. But fuck that, doesn't matter. Ring rally based infinite laps until the time runs out. Yeah, I knew it was possible to at least skip that chunk as well, but you can skip like a larger chunk. You can skip that entire section, but obviously I didn't manage to skip it twice because A, there was that piece of bullshit right there. A, there was just a pointless like piece of, you know, respawning bullshit that shouldn't have been there, and B, there was a piece of collision bullshit that shouldn't have been there, which caused me to crash into a quote unquote invisible wall. And there we fucking go. But yeah, like, what do you guys think of, apart from me, like I've already, like, you know, stated, like, you know, my opinion on this track, like, overall, like, I like the aesthetics of this track. It's pretty cool despite all the bullshit given. Like, the way it's set in an intergalactic diner, and the fact that, you know, they even took, like, an intergalactic space theme for the final track, for the final Grand Prix of Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. It's, like, it's a nice, you know, like, it's such a nice, you know, celebratory theme to end off Grand Prix altogether for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. So yeah, now that's pretty much my opinion, like, you know, stated about this track and the Grand Prix altogether. Like, what are your opinions? Like, people in the chat, what are your opinions of, you know, the track, of, like, you know, the whole Gasmoxia Grand Prix and the new track they introduced? Yeah, I might keep this going on, it depends. Yeah, the rings, they get smaller and smaller each time, and I think this is the first time I'm actually featuring the ring rally within one of my live streams. Okay, well, I gotta admit, that was much better than the last one. Right, the last one, I think the one before. I don't know if this is the second one I've done, or the first one, but yeah, I think this is the second one. But yeah, it was what it was. Okay. A Super Weapon 667 says, I remember you saw one of my live streams, right? I think so, I don't exactly recall. I've been watching multiple live streams as of lately, so I don't know, memory might be shady on that, but yeah. He says, he also says, I mean, didn't you? I had no idea you're Japanese. Actually, I'm not Japanese. I'm aware of the differences of the Japanese versions, and plus, you know, I collect the Japanese versions of games as well, but although I don't have the Japanese versions of any of the remasters, I'm just aware of the differences because obviously people have either been posting YouTube videos or live streams on them. Or making live streams on them. Super Weapon 667 asks, is this on PC? Well, as a matter of fact, no it's not. Well, presumably not yet anyway. I mean, I know one thing for a fact. One thing that we can count to happen is for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled to come onto PC. It might as well, since Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and Spyro Reignite Trilogy both got PC ports a year later, a year after their releases, so if they can get a PC release, I don't see why Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled can't. Nitro-Fueled deserves a PC port as much as the previous two AAA remastered products. Okay, I'm just gonna quit just to check, even though I can just do that with the PlayStation button, but I don't know, smooth transitions. But yeah, one thing that we can count on is for Nitro-Fueled to get a PC version. That's one thing we can definitely count on. I wouldn't be surprised if we got one. Okay, let me just check the progress on the update. Wow. It's taking this long, really? Well, to be fair, like, it was only pretty much double of what it was last time, so honestly I can't say much. Okay, so roughly half an hour before I install the update. And then I'll just move on to online matches. By the way, all those challenges that they set when it comes to developer times and all that, and unlocking these new characters in these, you know, unconventional ways. Well, not exactly unconventional ways, but like supposedly creative methods. I'll leave that to my own spare time. Because like I really don't want to be, you know, stressing myself out on this live stream. I just want this to be a chill live stream. Even though not that these challenges are going to be such a massive stress. Not that these challenges are going to be, you know, that stressful, but still. I'd rather do them off air just in case they take longer than they should because of piss takes. That's the thing, it's not even down to like achieving the goals, it's down to, you know, what happens on the way to achieving the goals. Like, that's what concerns me, not achieving the goal in the end. So I just don't want shit to be a drag, you know. And that's just the way it's gotta be. Okay, let me check. But yeah, I got a decent amount of people watching, 5 viewers. But yeah, like, I can tell, like, when this comes on PC, so many more people are gonna be playing it and live streaming it. Like, it's gonna be even more intense. The internet is gonna be flooded with Nitro-Fueled now. Well, like, give it till June. Actually, I'm not sure when they're gonna, you know, release it or not, but it depends. Nitro-Fueled came out in June last year, so... For those of you who don't have it, I still highly recommend you get this. It's like these remasters, like, they're still faithful to the original, and the fact that Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled like adds like so much more like brand new content that's never been seen before, like in the originals. It almost feels like it almost feels like it's its own game. Like it's just that innovative. It's like that it's like that innovative AAA remaster. I don't know why I hate this one, so I can't speak for shit. Especially when I'm, you know, commentating live. I feel like, I don't know, partially it feels like it's even worse because, you know, especially since, you know, I'm just trying to get my message across to people, and sometimes it's hard, but, you know, it is what it is. It'll never be perfect, but as long as you get your message across, that's what matters. And why the fuck did you crash into that wall? That's just taking the piss. I always hate it when they, like, you know, crash into walls when they're not even fucking supposed to. But yeah, it is what it is. I've been doing a lot of ring rally. I don't know how long I'm actually going to keep this up until the update is complete, but honestly, there's not much to show, like, the Gasmoxia Grand Prix. Well, as of now anyway, since the update with all the new stuff. Bastards. I'm just waiting for the update to finish downloading. And now we look at that. But I also have some stuff to say regarding the future of Crash Bandicoot, based on stuff that, you know, stuff that's been pretty consistent throughout these, like, the past few Grand Prix seasons for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. But I'll get more into that, like, after the update is finished, because, you know, that's when, you know, everything will feel like, you know, more relaxed. And I don't have to deal with, you know, this shit. But first, for now, I'm just gonna say, like, it's cool that we got all this stuff. Ah, dickhead. It completely throws you off your game when the fucking game, even though you're doing everything right, like, the way the game just executes your moves, it just does it in the way that you don't want it to. In a way that you don't want it to go. It's fucking annoying. Like that, for example.
Emperor Valo the 27th, ruler of the galaxy.
Hey, BL Raven Wizard, welcome to the live stream. He says hello. 7 live viewers. It's just got more interesting. But yeah. For those of you who are confused by the title, yeah, I understand. I'm aware that the Grand Prix is over. I'm aware that all Grand Prix are over. I'm only doing this to part ways with the Grand Prix. Like, in terms of, you know, my channel. Like, if that makes sense to any of you. Like, it's my way of officially parting ways with the Grand Prix. And yeah, even though the title also says, like, #1 on the live stream, some people assume there'll be more, obviously not. Of course, I just put it there for consistency, since in the first Grand Prix I did multiple live streams of that. I did like 2 live streams, like, to part ways with the first Grand Prix, but for the rest I ended up doing 1 because of how life is. But anyways, now we're living in a fucking pandemic. We have to deal with, like, these new, you know, these new security measures per se. Like, people self-isolating as soon as they get sick and stuff. But, you know, thank fuck I haven't been sick. Otherwise, That's like, what, now 2 weeks worth of pay that I've missed out. So yeah, thank fuck I haven't been sick during this fucking pandemic. And I hope to remain that way too. Like, especially in this day and age, or at this point. I say this day and age, like, it's now like it's gonna be like that forever when it isn't. Like at some point, at least at some point it's bound to blow over. Disasters always do. Because like, you know how people go through midlife crises and shit, well, that's what the whole world is going through right now, effectively. Like, this fucking lockdown and self-isolation and all this bullshit. Motherfucker. Depth perception is absolute bullshit. Like, complete and utter bullshit. But yeah. It is crazy though. I mean, especially with like the whole lockdown procedures being put in place. Like, the way the coronavirus has, you know, left, like, you know, the state that the coronavirus has left the world in now. Like, you know, people only going out, just, people only being allowed to, like, leave the house just to go to work and shit, and not being able to visit relatives and whatnot. Or even fly abroad for that matter, you know. That you can't help but feel caged in by this whole situation. Like, it's really fucking annoying because, like, I'm just sick of the sight of the same places. No, as a matter of fact, like, my fucking gym's closed now too. But thankfully, like, Pure Gym, the people, like, you know, the company that manages the gym, like, they do a really good compensation. Like, they automatically freeze your membership. Like, in order to compensate for the fact that they've closed the gyms, they've closed all their gyms during the, you know, the whole pandemic, the coronavirus. Like, they freeze your membership, which means like no monthly payments will be taken out of, like, out your direct debit or whatever you have, credit card or whatever the fuck it is, until, you know, until the gyms have been reopened. Which is actually pretty decent of them. Otherwise, that would just be daylight robbery. That'd be the cheapest shit to pull if they were still taking money out of your bank account. Like, fuck that shit. If that was the case, I would have cancelled my membership. If that was the... Come on, I hate when I can't fucking speak for shit, but yeah. If that was the case, I would have cancelled my... If that was the... I can't fucking speak for shit, which is really annoying sometimes. Oh, maybe it's just overheating and shit, but I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, as I was saying... I hate when I can't get the words out. But yeah, as I was saying, if that was the case, I would have cancelled my membership already. Like, no way are they gonna steal money from me. That'd be very shitty business practice. That'll be a very shitty business practice to have. So yeah, it's good that they freeze your membership. I'm not gonna lie, it does suck not going, since it's one of the things that actually kept me going, so... Yeah, now that that's been taken away from me, it's all the more reason to call 2020 a write-off. It's a fucking write-off. Like, it was a fucking write-off from the moment the pandemic started. Yeah, it's... BL Raven Wizard said, isn't Gasmoxia Grand Prix already over? Well, yeah, of course. As I've mentioned earlier on. He also says, isn't your PS4 connected to the internet? Well, yeah, it is, but like I mentioned earlier, it's downloading the update. I didn't get a chance to touch my PS4 the past few weeks. I didn't get a chance to go on my PS4, like, within the past few weeks because of the amount of overtime I had to do and shit. Simply because, you know, some people just aren't playing their part on what they're supposed to do, they're just taking the piss. But I'm gonna check for progress on the update, so then therefore I can install it. Alright. 9 minutes left. Not that long. Thank fuck, 'cause I really can't wait to play online now. Although I gotta say, apart from the bullshit, like, you know, this live stream, it's still been fun. Apart from that, it's just me, like, you know, some of it obviously it's just me, like, you know, just getting some stuff out of the system because I just feel the need to. It's good to open up sometimes. It's better than to just, you know, fake a pursuit. Like, I hate. Oh man, I really hate it when I get stuck on what to say. Well, I know what to say, but the fact that, you know, I don't know what's going on, but the fact that, you know, I'm just having a problem with getting my words out right now. It's fucking, it's irritating and it's not good, and it doesn't help in terms of, you know, trying to be as presentable as you can. But, you know, but if you're a real supporter, you know, you'd stick by me no matter what. No one's perfect, so it is what it is, and normally I'm not like this either. I mean, in the past, especially in the past, I've been much better. Like, talking, it's not hard to talk at all, but the fact that I'm just having issues talking right now, it's like, it's just partially due to stress. And also a little bit, which also causes a bit of performance anxiety, which I hate the living fuck out of. So yeah, for those of you, you know, who are just, like, loyal supporters, like, I really appreciate you sticking around, regardless of, you know, whatever's, like, you know, holding me back, gotta say. I forgot what I was gonna say, but it was something, like, you know, meaningful as well. But I just forgot what it was. Oh, it's so fucking annoying. Imagine if you just, like, it's not possible to remember, like, literally everything, so it is what it is. But, you know, stress can easily get in the way and fuck you over. Yeah, it has been a stressful time for me as well, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, like, this is, like, the first time I'm actually, you know, having, like, a proper weekend off. So, like, thank fuck for that. Especially since, like, well, like, there's now We now have a new co-worker working for our company. Like, it's honestly, it's helping out now, so like, it's nice to have someone to help out the job and cover and do their parts, and some others, they just don't want to know, they just want to take the piss out of the whole coronavirus stay-at-home sickness, like, procedure per se. I don't even know whether we can call it a procedure, but whatever the fuck it is, they're taking the fucking piss with it. Like, honestly, they're taking the living fucking piss with that shit. It's like, you can tell, like, some people just like, it won't last.
Now bow down to me, Emperor Velo the 27th, ruler of the galaxy.
Oh hey sick viewer, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I noticed some people have left, but honestly, I don't blame some of you. If you got stuff to do, you got stuff to do, fair enough. But anyways, those of you still watching, I really hope you're enjoying the live stream. Enjoying hearing me ranting about, you know, how shitty the past few weeks have been. But like, last thing I want to do is spread negativity though, for real. For real bro, for real. Wow, I nearly finished my glass of water as well. That's a first. Usually... Wait. Now I've just finished my glass of water. Yeah, as I was gonna say, usually I don't usually finish my glass of water like before finishing the live stream, so like... Yeah, this is a new record. I don't know, sometimes I think, you know, having to talk a lot in terms of keeping the commentary alive, I don't know, sort of plays a factor in that sense of me being unable to you know, not be able to be unable to talk for shit at certain points. Simply because, you know, I'm just trying to keep the vibe alive alone. I'm just... What the fuck is it again? I'm just... Like, automatically at the same time, like, you know, in the process of just tiring myself out at the same time, and I don't want it to feel like that. Honestly, I really don't. But like, you know me, I don't like to have dead air, which is why, like, you know, I try and talk as much as I can within my live streams and also in recordings in general that, you know, include commentary. But for those, obviously for those that don't require commentary, you know, it's okay. But you know, it is okay to take breaks sometimes too. It's best not to tire yourself out, and I think that I've noticed that like, I do tend to get a sore throat from it, like, sometimes. Well, not sometimes, but like most of the time. Which, you know, isn't cool. You know, I do what I can, okay? I do it in the most manageable way possible. And if you can't put up with that, you know where the door is. But anyways, like, it'd be nice to know how you lot handle, like, you know, these sort of situations. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more or less the same. I mean, of course, everyone's got their own stuff. Everyone has, like, you know, their own day-to-day activities, as you do, and wow, the update's officially ready to install. Yeah, I'll install the update when I'm done with this shit. But yeah, about fucking time, you know, still. I mean, yeah, I know I said we want to spoil for those, for what text replaces with Grand, you know, the Grand Prix text, the Grand Prix section, but yeah, since I mentioned it earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. I motherfucking can't. I hate it when it goes completely the wrong way. Like, terrible execution of words. Motherfucking cunt. Okay, I still maintained my speed just there, even though it was like, what, shagging the fucking wall. But yeah, I think I remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, this is... like, I'm trying to be as calm as possible as well. This is a chill live stream, but sometimes, like, you know, you can't help but, you know, have your reactions. I mean, when something happens, of course you're gonna react appropriately to it. There it goes again. But yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah. Oh, that's nice of you, Be Alright Wizard. He asks, how's everyone doing today? Yeah, how is everyone doing today? Because, you know, it'd be interesting to know. I bet some of you are probably sick of hearing about the bullshit that I've been dealing with, but hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. But yeah, still, aside from all the bullshit, I just try and keep, you know, the live stream as chill as possible. Trying to keep, you know, trying to keep the viewers engaged. But at the same time, it's good to let these things out, because the more you bottle up about them, the worse it gets. Okay, so now that the update is officially ready to install, it's about fucking time. Yes. Well, if I do that automatically, it's gonna close the update anyway, so no shit, Sherlock. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was about, like Ava Media's just being a retard. Okay, I'll see what it did there. Yeah, Ava Media just wanted to do its own bullshit as it likes to do sometimes, but it is what it is. Anyways, now that the update is finally installed, let's get some online matches. Hey Stefan, welcome to the live stream. Zombie Hunters Comeback /Skullcrusher. Old School Gamer NR1 on Twitch. He says, who's mans? Nice to know. Yeah, very funny. Okay, why is it fucking being cancerous, freezing like that? Okay, there we go. He says, good, you mate? Yeah, well it's great to hear you doing good, but of course, I mean, you guys, you're allowed to say that it's been shitty. I mean, what isn't shitty during this pandemic? By the way, people, here we are. The title screen is officially back to its default appearance. And I bet you will actually, I bet some of you who are actually enjoying the Grand Prix actually missed, you know, the custom appearances, like the theme-based appearances on the past 4 Grand Prix. Yeah, only 4 of them had it. Actually, no, it wasn't 4 of them, it was like 6 of them, I think. But yeah. Anyways, let's get on, and as you can see, what you call it, the Grand Prix section has been replaced with Wumpa challenges. So let's jump into that, and pretty much this is what it looks like. As you can see, the Nitro gauge is gone, and now they just do daily challenges. They do daily challenges, weekly challenges, and pro challenges. So yeah, it's pretty much the same unconventional shit. So yeah, well, I wouldn't exactly say unconventional, but it's just the stuff that people do just to grind for Wumpa coins, so not much of a necessity. I mean, I'm not gonna... I mean, it's just for those people who wanna unlock all the stuff that's in the pit stop. So yeah, like all the Grand Prix content has now effectively been put in the pit stop for people to actually purchase with their Wumpa coins. Speaking of which, I'll just purchase this Void Mana car right here, since I have enough Wumpa coins, or way more than enough. But yeah, it turns out it's just a decal, but hey, no wonder it was discounted. But yeah, anyways, Engine in the Wasteland, from the post-apocalyptic Grand Prix. Yeah, it is cool to see like all these themes, like post-apocalyptic and intergalactic space dino. I bet some of you have missed them. But yeah, now it's back to reality. But anyways, I'm just gonna play online now, and these challenges, I won't specifically go for these challenges within the live streams. I'll just be playing online and just, you know, I'll be playing online, and whatever challenges that I happen to achieve, like, they'll be achieved naturally. No, I'll go for these like Wumpa challenges during my spare time. It's good that they've like changed, and it's good that they've actually like, you know, included the Wumpa challenges in the online lobby section as well. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, as for those Xfinity flashcards, yeah, those codes, they're still reusable up until the end of May. Like, up until the end of May 2020, they're still reusable, presumably. It's just making a code request as an Xfinity, as a Comcast Xfinity customer. Like, that has already been cut off. They've already, like, you know, they've already stopped doing that. But the codes are still redeemable up until the end of May 2020. So yeah, good 2 months should do it. Nice compensation. I see it lands us in the Spyro circuit. And yeah, now as you can see, there's a crate right there, which is also a character. It's funny because like, there was a time ago where people were making fucking memes about crates being, you know, a playable character, like an actual racer within Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, and now they actually made that a reality. Like, Beanox are acknowledging the memes. Like, that is so meme-worthy, and I'm like, literally, the game was already a meme fest before it came out, and now they're just making it an even bigger meme fest by implementing those memes that people were just making of the game before it even came out. And now, like, they're making all these updates and shit. They actually, it's just giving them the opportunity to, you know, relate with pop culture per se. Yeah, I think I'll get more into these crates, like, in a bit, but I don't know, I'll focus on beating these mofos.
Don't get lost in my exhaust!
Oh, they'll get lost alright. But yeah, what do you guys make of the Grand Prix seasons for those who just joined? Are you glad? Do you wish there'd be more Grand Prix seasons, or are you glad that they are? Or are you glad that they're finally over? I've now mentioned this multiple times, but again, just to give my 2 cents, I'm glad that they're over because, you know, people need to be getting on with their lives. Like, not everyone's gonna be treating the game like it's a fucking full-time job, so what are they expecting? And plus, the majority of people actually play this, believe it or not, even though, like, it's a game, like, the main target audience is kids. Like, a lot of adults play it because not just because of nostalgia, because there are a lot of people who actually speedrun these games as well, and they like learn like the game's mechanics in order to play the game the fastest way possible. But of course, like, not everyone has that much time on their hands. You know, that's just life. Honestly, I'm actually glad it's over, not just because of that, but also since I have a life to get on with and whatnot, like, alongside, you know, playing Christian Racing and Nitro-Fueled, like, it gives me more, like, it gives me, you know, effectively, like, you know, tolerably, like, more, like, you know, more time to actually deal with, like, all the projects that I actually want to get out of the way, especially the ones that are currently ongoing within my YouTube channel. Like, it just gives me more time to actually deal with, like, what I've been putting on hold, like, all because of this whole Grand Prix season. Because of all these Grand Prix seasons.
Now bow down to me, Emperor Velo the 27th.
Just like that.
Ruler of the
First place, I beat these motherfuckers in an online match. Like a boss. Power slide master. I take it they really want an excuse to actually use up all that space now on the screen, huh? Since, like, you know, there's no point in putting all that nitro gauge shit. Like, in a way, it's kind of like, you know, having XP, but honestly, I'm glad it doesn't. Otherwise, people would just be grinding even more and more for the game, and honestly, I don't have the incentive to grind. Like I keep saying, I'm not going to treat it like it's a full-time job, because no one wants to play a game that feels like a chore, and I'm glad that, you know, they don't treat Crash Bandicoot like that. And the way the crate just doesn't fucking do anything, it does fuck all. It just has, like, you know, sparkles there. And Velo the 27th kicking ass. Mega Mix Mania, that's a cool track. Oh, Dragon Mines, are you taking the piss? You know, this is what I don't get. Mega Mix Mania got 2 votes before Dragon Mines, so why the fuck did Dragon Mines pass through the lobby? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The first one with the most amount of votes is supposed to go first. Oh, and I see. Oh, I see what they did with the touchpad button as well. It no longer says Grand Prix, it now says Wumpa Challenges as well. So yeah, that's pretty decent of them. But yeah, this shit, like I said, for the live stream, they're just side things, you know. But yeah, it's interesting. Because, okay, especially since now we have, like, the crates and everything. Not only did it introduce, like, a crate as a playable character, but now Rillaroo Rillaru's design has been amended as well. You know, let me check him out for that matter. Speaking of which, oh fuck off. Failed to find a suitable game. Anyways, let's check him out, Rillaru. Oh, and here he is. And this is what I'm talking about. Now, we have two versions of Rillaru, because like, when they first like released, when they first put Rillaru in Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, when it came to the Winter Festival Grand Prix, people were flipping shit. They were going apeshit, flipping tables and crap because of his design and how it didn't 100% resemble to Crash Bash, when actually it didn't resemble to his design in Crash Bash, which is, you know, I'd say uncalled for, because the fact that they even put him in the game like shows that they're at least acknowledging him as a character. But of course they went to the extent of bitching to the design, because of course some people are just extremists like that. But like, thanks to Beanox, now they have no reason to bitch, because now they've made another version of Rillaru called Fixed Rillaru, which conforms even more to his design in Crash Bash, the only game that he appeared in apart from Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, the only original Crash Bandicoot game that he's ever appeared in, ever made an appearance in. By the way, fun fact, for those of you who didn't know, Rillaru's name was originally going to be called Kangarilla. And as a matter of fact, someone by the name of Mr. Crash, who, at least I think it's Mr. Crash, like on YouTube, he uploaded a video of him actually playing like a modded version of a demo. Well, I don't know whether it's like modded or ROM hacked, but presumably like someone made a ROM hack of one of the early Crash Bash demos, and when you play as Rillaru, as soon as you like win one of the games, the announcer doesn't say Rillaru, he says Kangarilla. He doesn't say Rillaru wins, he says Kangarilla wins. So yeah, that's further proof, and it's interesting because that just by like ROM hacking the demo, just like modding the demo, it gave, you know, hackers access to lost files. So essentially it was like a data mine of like, you know, potentially lost files. It's like a video game fossil per se. Oh yeah, I know how to build reserves, so like with the whole super engine, they still have like, you know, the golden Wumpa fruit, and as a matter of fact, I think they brought ghosts back as well, like from the spooky example. I don't exactly remember what they said, but yeah. Get that golden Wumpa, you big bitch. I think that cunt took it. Oh wait, no it didn't, because it only disappears. Like, other people can't take it away from you, because that's not how it works. Oh, motherfucker. But yeah, the fact that they fixed it is interesting. Like, you know, the origins of all this stuff, and like, you know, how it was going to be originally and how it came to be today. Like, I always found it interesting to look through the development of a video game, like how originally it was going to be and how it turned out. Okay, that was much better, but I have to admit that boost power up did help me, so yeah, not gonna lie. But for what it's worth, I really don't give a fuck. And there we go, I've officially acquired the golden Wumpa fruit. Okay, well, if it didn't crash into the... or if that force field projectile didn't crash into that fucking piece of the track, it would have hit. It would have hit that motherfucker on the other side. what it is. Like, speaking of like Villaroo and Crash Bash and whatnot, like ever since the Neon Circus Grand Prix, like there have been like very significant, like, you know, aspects within Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled that are potentially teasing a Crash Bash AAA remaster, and potentially being the key word, depending on whether it does or doesn't actually happen. So that's how I'm gonna say it. But yeah, ever since the Neon Circus Grand Prix, oh, welcome Cola Pro, welcome to the live stream. Daddy Cola's here. He says Mans is here, nice to know. He says he officially required the golden Wumpa fruit. Acquired, not required, but yeah, lol. Mike is lower than game audio. Really? That's weird, because I don't fucking get it, to be honest. I don't know, something must have happened. Okay, is it better now? Oh, wait, it's about... Okay, that's a bit better. I don't know how in God's name it's lower, because other people were able to hear it perfectly. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe it's just your end. I don't know, sometimes I'm a bit further away from the mic because, you know, I really don't want it to clip at the same time. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, as I was saying, like, there have been so many, like, you know, consistency in aspects based on, like, you know, like, relating to Crash Bash, like, since the past, like, ever since the Neon Circus Grand Prix, there have been, like, a multiple number of consistencies. And that's starting off with the theme of the Grand Prix being a circus theme, and not only that, but the fact that it was a circus, that the fact that that Grand Prix in particular was like, was circus. Oh, you can't! Why did you not make it over? Stupid dickhead, that's such a piss easy shortcut to make. This can be such a fucking spastic sometimes. It's bloody physics. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, there have been a lot of, you know, Crash Bash related consistencies per se, like ever since the Neon Circus Grand Prix, and the fact that the, you know, the whole theme of the Neon Circus Grand Prix being, like, you know, carnival based and whatnot. It's like the fact that it was like a carnival based Grand Prix, like around pretty much the same time that it was, like, you know, the 19th anniversary month of Crash Bash, like back in 2019. Like, that's one thing that, like, relates to it, but not only that, but the fact that, you know, it introduces, like, that new car, like the bumper. It's like those, it's like one of those hovercrafts in, like, within, like, you know, those dash levels within Crash Bash. Not to mention, there was a Villaroo teaser in the Koala Carnival track. Like, as you were able to see, like, in the background. even like, what you call it, there was more to it as well. Like, it wasn't just the theme, but the colors they used as well. When it got to like those sections with like, you know, the speeds. When it got to that section where it essentially looked like Guitar Hero, like that multicolored section with the boost pads. Like the color of choice was so like that was so Crash Bash. I don't know how some people couldn't see that when it was like that obvious. It's like, it was literally like the parts were yellow, red, blue and green, which obviously represented like, you know, the assigned player colors. Like the assigned colors to like whichever player you were in Crash Bash. Like if you're player 1, the color was yellow. If you're player 2, the color was red. If you're player 3, the color was blue. If you're player 4, the color was green. So yeah, it makes sense. It says maybe IDK, alright. Yeah, it doesn't know. Color Pro also says Crashing Snake is also live streaming. So I think I'll go see what's up. Talk to you later, mans. Or you could watch them both at the same time, but what the fuck ever. Yeah, it wasn't just that though about the Neon Circus Grand Prix in terms of referencing Crash Bash, but like the title screen as well, like the fact that they even went for a purple background as well. Along with like, you know, the way they actually went for, you know, the whole carnival aesthetic background for the Neon Circus Grand Prix. When it came to the title screen for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, that's effectively another, like, you know, Crash Bash reference there. And then one Grand Prix later, Rillaroom makes his appearance. He makes his first ever comeback appearance, and also his first appearance ever since Crash Bash. So yeah, the evidence is just getting even more and more conclusive. And yeah, you can see fixed Rillaroom right there now. Although, like, I'm not sure if calling him fixed Rillaroom was, like, the best idea, because, like, he was the original design, but then, like, because, like, this new design for Rillaroom, I don't know, it could have a different name. Or either that, or they just could have used that as a different, they could just done him as a different skin, I don't know. Because, like, this doesn't matter, because the stats would have been the same anyway. But effectively, they could have called, like, the new design, well, not the fixed design, but like, the design that they made for Nitro-Fueled to begin with, they could have called that one Kangarilla. And then, like, called the fixed form Rillaroom. Because then that would have been consistent. Not only that, but, you know, in a way, it would look more suitable, per se. But it doesn't matter. It was nice that they released like separate character, like for a redesign of one character. So yeah, now we have two versions of Rillaroom. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like, you know, the one that they've introduced into the one that they first introduced into Nitro-Fueled, they could have called a Kangarilla. Now that I think about it, just like give him like Rillaroom's prototype. Cut. Yeah, I hate how it's not like the original one, where you just can't ricochet off the sides. It's such a bitch.
Oh yeah!
But yeah, there are more Crash Bash consistencies as well. I don't exactly remember like if there was any in the Rustland Grand Prix. there probably was, but I probably don't remember. I probably just can't remember them for the life of me. But if not, then still, for what we've got, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually do get a Crash Bash AAA remaster. Like, I wouldn't rule it out. Especially since, now they've only gone and taken it to the next level, like, because the past few Grand Prix, believe it or not, have been screaming Crash Bash at the very top of its voice. Like, with all the stuff they've been introducing. Like, how could you not put it past them? Like, how could you possibly put it past them like that? You legit can't write off the idea of a Crash Bash AAA remaster happening, especially since some of the rumors indicate that we're gonna get a PvP Crash game, which honestly, PvP as a genre is like, hello, Crash Bash, how could you not see that? How could you not clock that? Like, alongside the fact that we're getting alongside how we say that we're getting a Crash Bandicoot mobile game, which is really cool as well, like, on top of that. Yeah, 2020 may be the best bet. Yeah, now that they've actually made this new Grand Prix with a crate being a playable character, one of the skins is that purple exclamation mark crate that only appeared in Crash Bash. Another Crash Bash reference right there. Like, come on. Come the fuck on. How do you not? How can you possibly write that off as a possibility in Crash Bash? I mean, that almost, like, I hate to be, I'm not one to get people's hopes up or anything, but potentially that could actually be an unofficial confirmation of a Crash Bash AAA remaster happening at this point. And if it is, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, considering what the past two AAA remasters have gotten in terms of, like, you know, Easter eggs. Well, I wouldn't exactly say Easter eggs, but what do you call it? References per se. Like, for example, Spyro Reignited Trilogy was teased within Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. On the title screen where you entered, like, before they updated the game to where they've included the reveal trailer for Spyro Reignited Trilogy before the trailer actually dropped. Like, on the title screen, if you enter the Konami code, it shows, like, a potential teaser. Like, it shows, like, an aesthetic teaser to Spyro the Dragon, effectively, and people were assuming that, before people were just speculating that it was effectively a demo, when it turns out they just put that in for aesthetic effect to tease the fact that that Spyro Reignited Trilogy was gonna be announced, like, sometime soon at that point. And a month later, you actually trigger off the trailer on the title screen of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, like, as soon as they updated the game after they dropped the trailer. They actually updated it so that on the title screen, if you enter the Konami code, it immediately plays the trailer. But then, one update later, they actually included this. They made it so you don't have to enter the Konami code in order to play the trailer, and you press one of the buttons to watch the trailer. Which, honestly, in all honesty, that it made sense that way because it was ergonomically suitable, but it wasn't just the fact that it was ergonomically suitable, but of course not everyone's gonna remember the code off by heart. Like, not everyone's the same, not everyone has that kind of mindset, not everyone, you know, can remember patterns as well as other people can. So like, it's good that they did that to compensate for everyone else. You know, make it as user-friendly as you can. But yeah, but then since that, the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, what do you call it? Yeah, but then ever since the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled reveal trailer came out, they replaced the Spyro Ignite Trilogy reveal trailer. They replaced the Spyro Ignite Trilogy reveal trailer with the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled reveal trailer from the Game Awards 2018. Which is really cool. Motherfucker. That doesn't matter. Wait, what the f- He didn't even- Wow. You gotta be fucking taking a piss. He didn't even fucking touch me, so... Essentially, or effectively, I got squashed for no reason whatsoever. Like, fuck that shit. Again, absolute bullshit physics. Like, complete and utter dog shit, I guess. Absolute bullshit. Absolute dog shit that was. Just like legit get that crap out of my face. But yeah, back to teasers. So yeah, Spyro Ignite Trilogy was teased by Crash Bandicoot and Trilogy. Okay, I've covered that. And then, not so long after that, when Spyro Ignite Trilogy came out, like Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled was being teased plenty times. But I don't remember whether it was teased within Spyro Ignite Trilogy or not, but I know that it was teased outside within, like, you know, the official social media sources for Crash Bandicoot. Now, I think Spyro sort of cross-referenced that. Actually, yeah, they did. I remember the Spyro the Dragon social media account that Activision had created, like, posted a screenshot with, like, you know, the Spyro drone flying to Glacier Park, and like in the distance of the image, like there's like a super downsized. There's like a super downsized image. There's a super downsized render of Crash Bandicoot sitting in his car from the original Crash Tag Team Racing, but it was like the size of a micro dot, and you really had to like expand the image in order to see it. Like, you can, at a glance, of course you won't be able to see it, but the fact that you know, you have to expand it, of course you're gonna see all pixelation and all that shit. But you know, it was interesting how they did that, and people comparing that shape to how it literally was, like that same render with Crash sitting in his car. And not only can't speak of shit sometimes, but yeah, fuck it. Not only that, but what you call it, but the fact they said that Spyro was flying to Glacier Park of all places, that's like that's the name of one of the areas in the hub world of Crash Team Racing, like in the adventure arena. Or the adventure area, as they call it. So yeah, if any of that can piss easily confirm, what do you call it? If any of that can piss easily confirm the Crash Bash, I mean, if any of those teasers that we got before can piss easily confirm the, like, the Spyro Ignited Trilogy AAA remaster and the Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled AAA remaster, and I honestly don't see how any of these references within Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled alongside a rumor of a PvP Crash game can't be a potential reference to a Crash Bash AAA remaster. But yeah, I know I'm partially speaking it into existence here. But yeah, speak that shit into existence, because it's not gonna kill to have Crash Bash as a AAA remaster. They might as well finish the job while they can. But this is the best opportunity now. And honestly, 2021, I don't mind 2021 being like the year it comes out, because it gives them more time to work on it and make it the best they can, potentially. Even if 2020 is the 20th anniversary for Crash Bash. Like, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy didn't come out until 2020, and 2016 was the 20th anniversary for the original Crash Bandicoot, so yeah, if they can do that, they can do the same for Crash Bash. I mean, yes, I know some people may argue, say, oh, but that has 3 games, so like, at the same time, like, they easily could have done that just to, also to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. And then a year later, like, you know, release, like, release the game on the rest, release the AAA remaster trilogy on the rest of the platform to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped a year later in 2018. But, you know, easily it could be the case. I mean, that was the case for Medieval as well, so still, don't be surprised. Remember, Medieval originally came out in 1998, and people were expecting a 2018 release date, but it turns out it got a 2019 release date. And honestly, I'm glad it did, because it gave them more time to work on it as a AAA remaster, even if it was a standalone remaster, even though they called it a remake. But yeah. At least I think they called it a remake. I'm not sure. Don't exactly remember, but hey, don't 100% quote me on that, or don't quote me on it, because, you know, I'm just saying things based on how I remember them being.
Now bow down to me.
Especially those PR stunts that Activision were pulling with those fucking orange dice, Christmas cookies and shit that they were sending to like massive YouTubers, and also those YouTubers who effectively cheated their way through. You know, it's funny because some of those YouTubers who actually got that PR shit actually got their channels shut down just for stealing other people's content, claiming that other content belonged to them when it didn't. They're only like, you know, commentating on content that those said, you know, bigger YouTubers made reaction videos on. But then they were making so many, you know, copyright claims to a point where they fucked themselves over, because obviously if you make a reaction video and someone takes your reaction video and does a reaction to that, and you make a claim on that, then you're still partially liable, because you still made a reaction to something that wasn't yours. Like, you gotta think about how that's gonna go down. It's like, it's common sense at the end of the day. Because that's like saying, so like, literally, if you make a reaction video of something, what do you expect? Of course you're gonna get fucked over. If you like claim someone else for making a reaction video or a commentary per se, like on your reaction video. Because just like that, you're already including content within the reaction video that's not yours. And that's like saying that literally everything, including the content that you reacted to, is your own, when as a matter of fact it isn't. Because then the companies themselves, the original creators of that content, could come down could like come down on you. So yeah, copyright is, you know, I'll like you any better, you prick. Nah, just kidding. Welcome to the livestream, Abdul, artificial star. Abdul the Arabic guy. It says, you suck, get good. Forehead. Oh yeah, look who the fuck's talking. But yeah, anyway, this has been fun, you know. But yeah, I ain't seen you join one of my live streams in time. But yeah, how have things been with you with the whole, especially with the whole coronavirus and shit? Have you had to self-isolate or anything? I know some people at work who have had to self-isolate, so like, of course, at some points you have to like proper keep away from them. And yes, of course, that fucked the shortcut because those wankers. Fuck off, you prick! And the second time in a row, like a wanker uses a power-up, like what a pussy. Okay, way to throw me off my game. Wow, like I went right into a power-up and I didn't get affected by it. Wow, and now Emperor just wanking himself off. Jump, there we go. About fucking time you made that. Stupid prick. Sorry, Jesus fucking Christ, you have like a fetish of cold icy water. Oh, you dickhead. Yeah, that was not meant to happen, but what the fuck ever. I didn't touch that gay ass seal. What the living fuck was that? Nah, that was fucking. Like, just proper ass backwards like shit. And that's how you should have done it in the first lap. But no, you decided to be a little wanker. Anyways. And that engine spam right there. Now just maintain that USF. Oh, suck a dick, will you? I'm using the... Honestly, that took the piss, because I'm using the drift engine as well, so that should not have happened. I've got to admit, the drift engine, though, it really does help build up your reserves, not gonna lie. See? It's really not hard to do. What's so fucking ever. Like, the way that shit happened on the first lap was just arse backwards as fuck. It was like, arse backwards to the point of completing that irrationality.
You better make the most of this.
Hey, gotta deal with piss takes sometimes.
Losing to insignificant earthlings. How embarrassing.
Abdul says, love you too, just dropping by for a bit. Yeah, cheers bro. It says, been staying home for 4 weeks, yeah. Pretty trash at the moment. I can imagine, man. It hasn't been that better for me since I had to do like a lot of overtime due to incompetent cunts calling in sick, so yeah. Of course I have to go to work because like this type of job, like I can't work from home. Cause like, you know, you're taking care of a facility here. It says, yes, Pedro, taking a piss as I come in, gotta love it, Kappa. That's very nice to know. But yeah, some people have been like, ordered to work from home, depending on their job, but of course, my job is different. I had to go to work pretty much almost every day. But yeah, now that we have a new employee, like, I actually have some cover now. And yesterday, like, I showed the guy around. Like, showed him the ropes and everything. And he gets the picture. But yeah, finally, get a proper weekend off to myself, per se. But yeah, I was off today, I'm off tomorrow as well, which is calm. But yeah, I'm just playing some online matches just for fun in this live stream now. Like, I was showcasing like the content for the Gasmoxia Grand Prix before actually updating the game. But now, I'm just playing online for the fun of it. Abdul says, I'm gonna go back. Oh, wait, I'm being called? Wait, let me mute for a bit. Okay, it turns out I had no reason to mute my mic, since they don't want to respond, but whatever. But yeah, Abdul says, I'm gonna go back to working on my 1 hour and 20-minute video of all dev times. Take care, Pudro. Good luck with that, Abdul. But yeah, developer times, I'll do that shit. Get Pudro. This says, also a nice tip for you in your recording, streaming setup in general. Try lowering the game and amping up your mic for a good balance. Actually, it was. It just... Actually, that's what I did. But, you know, it depends where I am with the mic and everything. Sometimes I'm like further back, sometimes, you know, I have to speak. I can't talk as loud because, you know, people are trying to sleep right now, which is annoying. But yeah. I mean, of course, I already have like a good sense of balance. It's just a case of circumstance now. But if that doesn't turn out to be enough, you know, I might as well. Okay, well, I've lowered the game audio to 25 now, so that should be a little bit better. Well, I lowered it on the general mixer, like on my PC, so that should be fine. So yeah, like, pretty obvious tip, I gotta say. Yeah, I appreciate the gesture, you know. It wasn't really, obviously it wasn't necessary since it was common sense, but you know, again, I appreciate the help a lot. I mean, that's the type of thing I say to other people, not other people would say to me. Like, legit. Fuck yes! I made it through the shortcut before they closed it off. I mean, everyone else is able to hear me fine too, so what the fuck ever. I don't know if you're still commenting, but yeah, it's because I'm playing, so yeah, I can't really, like, you know, look at the comments and play a game at the same time. Fucking bitch. Yeah, I know I can have a setup too, but it depends. I mean, but right now I'm just like, I'll do that at some point in the future, because like right now I'm just like having like this sort of, you know, traditional / conventional type of live streaming setup that I have going on. Motherfucker! But You're such a lucky cop.
Now bow down to me, Emperor Valo the 27th.
That's good.
Ruler of the
I was like, well, I can hear you for the most. Sometimes two recordings set up and try lowering the game and ping up your mic with good guns. Which I've already did. Apple says, well, I can hear you fine for the most part, but lowering the game audio would help definitely for that case. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I've just lowered it down a bit by at least 5 decibels. Or decibels. However people like to pronounce it, but yeah. Either way, I appreciate you guys joining this live stream. I might do a few more matches and then end it off there, just call it a night. It's been 2 hours since I've been live streaming now anyway, so... The way the motherfucking crate wins, like, such a meme. I know you have to, I know you unlock it by like getting all those hidden Beanox crates in like, you know, most of the tracks. They were scattered across like a various amount of tracks. And they put them in like the craziest of fucking places as well. It's ridiculous. But like, it's manageable. But like, the locations that they put them on, it's just way off course, you know. Wait, it says apparently on Twitch it says I've been live streaming for 3 hours, but OBS says I've been live streaming for 2 hours. That is really odd. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't know, maybe it's a glitch on Twitch's end. Engine Labs. Oh, and there's the iron checkpoint crate. Yeah, by the way, yeah, that's the crate in the original form. The iron checkpoint crate from Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Like, that's originally, like, that's its original form in this game as well. And it just gets skins like, you know, the brown checkpoint crate, like the regular checkpoint crate, I must say, because like that's originally what it was, but like in its original form, it's in this game, it's an iron checkpoint crate. But yeah, the future of Crash Bandicoot. Honestly, if certain things happen, I wouldn't be surprised. Although I know they say that it's also a new game in the works as well, but in all honesty, there's, once again, and I'm not surprised about this, but there's been more talk about quote unquote potential Crash Bandicoot 4. Like, it's like, for fuck's sake, give it a rest. Like, how many fucking times do we have to tell you, no matter, like, whether you like it or not, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex will always be Crash Bandicoot 4. No matter how bad you want to have a new game that is like, you know, that gets the title Crash no matter how much you wanna get like a new game that has a title, Crash Bandicoot 4. It's like, because then if they do that, they're gonna disregard everything that's happened, like from the PS2 era onwards. So like, that is just gonna divide everything. It's gonna divide people even more if they make another Crash 4. So like honestly, like, not only that, but it wouldn't make sense either, because it's just, not only is it gonna divide people, it's gonna confuse the fuck out of people. It'll be like, oh, what's the real Crash 4? Like, what's the real Crash 4? The Wrath of Cortex or this fucking game? Or this new game that they're coming out with. But yeah, if they make a new game, like, they shouldn't call it Crash Bandicoot 4. Literally, no matter, like, whether you like it or not, the Wrath of Cortex will always be Crash Bandicoot 4, and you're just gonna have to put up with it. Otherwise, they're literally just gonna be disregarding like the rest of the franchise from the PS2 era onwards, which, by the way, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled has acknowledged. So like, for them to ask for something like that would be completely ass backwards. Very ironic. Like, especially since they praised the living fuck out of Nitro-Fueled, as well as the AAA remasters of the original trilogy. But I can't help what it is. It is what it is. I think I might do one more race and then call it a live stream. But yeah, all this talk of Crash 4 just legit, with all due respect, shut the fuck up.
Now bow down to me, Emperor
Because we already have a Crash 4 and that's the Wrath of Cortex, whether you like it or not. Like, with all due respect, please shut the fuck up and stop asking for a Crash 4 that... Stop asking for a Crash 4 that you believe should be a Crash 4 when really we already have one, and you should learn to live with that. Like, it's better that we have something completely brand new. Than that people want, like, there are some people that just want, you know, another one of those games that have the same gameplay formula as, you know, the original trilogy. When really, if you get too much of that, the franchise is gonna remain stale. So the franchise, of course, is gonna have to innovate at some point. And the best way to do that is to continue from where the Mutant series left off. Like, set it after Crash Mind Over Mutant, and that'll be the perfect plan for a new game. That'll be the perfect starting point for the new game. Just set it after Mind Over Mutant. Have it taking place after Mind Over Mutant, and you can't go wrong with innovation. Unless you also make it a side game, then yeah, that could also work. But if you want to make it a chronological game, I'm sorry, but it's gonna have to be set after Mind Over Mutant, because those games, believe it or not, are chronological as well. They're not reboots or anything. They're literally a continuation. I mean, yeah, I can see how it can only be like a reboot, but that's only in terms of gameplay, not in terms of story. Otherwise, if it was a reboot, like if it was a complete reboot, it would be retelling the story entirely. So essentially, like a remake, but not exactly. But you get the picture. Motherfucker already got a TNT crit on my head. Wow, like I'm too fast for that golden Wumpa fruit. Wumpa fruit needs to get good, man. That golden Wumpa fruit needs to step up its game. Motherfucking cunt. Yeah, there are people who just item spam, and it's like, why the fuck? What's even the fucking point? It's like, what the fuck's that gonna achieve? And have you got anything better to offer than just shitty power-ups all the time? Like, actually properly get good use. And that goes for you too as well. Cheeky cunt. Either whether I do or don't win the race, it really doesn't matter. You know, it is what it is. But Nitro-Fueled is a great game regardless.
Losing to insignificant earthlings. How embarrassing.
Insignificant puffs more like. But yeah. Perfect start, eh? Then again, that's piss easy. You know, it's funny, like, what I don't understand is suddenly, like, people are pointing out, like, you know, like, audio balance issues when literally these are the exact same settings that I've had before. Like, I've not changed any of these settings whatsoever. Like, these settings are fine. Like, they're the exact same settings that I've had before. I haven't even changed them at all. Like, I haven't changed a single setting in terms of volume, like, whatsoever. So honestly, if there are audio balance issues, I don't know what the fuck that's about. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just play one more race and call it a live stream. I don't really care which track we play. Oh, it looks like the majority are going for Tiny Temple. This draw could be less of a bitch, but what the fuck ever. I don't know, all this speculation on Crash Bandicoot's future, it really does get you thinking. Sometimes you can't help but speculate on, you know, how it could turn out to be, like, how it could go this way or how it could potentially go that way. It really depends, you know, how it could potentially go this way or that way. But you know, wherever it takes us, it'll be what it will be. Well, he fucked himself up big time. Whoa, calm down. I know I can manage the USF much better on this track, but I don't know, I haven't played this in time, so yeah, I'm bound to be a bit rusty. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie there. I haven't played this in like a good few weeks. Effectively, it's been almost a month. Then again, like, throughout the past few weeks, you know, it has made me exhausted. It has made me quite exhausted. You know, the amount of overtime I have to work, but hey, on the bright side, I'm gonna get a much fatter paycheck because of it. So yeah, those incompetent cunts who like to call in sick whenever they feel like it, and they've already made their bed. They're gonna get a very tiny paycheck. Better yet, they ain't gonna get paid at all. But you know, anyways, fuck that shit, enough of that. Anyways, now that I'm off, I'm just gonna enjoy this. And doing this live stream is a great way to do so. Like, it is fun connecting with people, like just connecting with my audience, it really is. What's the match over? Yeah, and I think that'll be a good match to end it on as well, since I came in first place in an online match. So that's cool. Okay, yes. It's a case of getting used to this whole Wampa challenges business. Although it's not really 100% that, like, it's not much to get used to, but you know, you get a picture. But yeah, great way to end off a partially eventful live stream. The end of an era. Or well, you know what they say. The end of an era is the start of a new era. The end of an old era is the start of a new era. Like a boss. Okay. I'm gonna get sucked into another match now. I said I'd end it here. On a match that, on a good note where I came in first place in an online match, so yeah, that would be appropriate to end this off. And way to end off an era. Not only is this the end of a whole Grand Prix era for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, it's also an end of an era for these Grand Prix based live streams from yours truly, called Pro195. And I gotta say, like, it was fun. Like, as much of a chore as some of it was, I gotta say, it was fun to, like, you know, play Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled a lot more, especially to, like, you know, put the time and effort in to unlock, like, all these new characters and stuff, especially since now, like, I don't have to use as many Wumpa coins to unlock, like, as much stuff since I've already earned them. But now, the stuff that people have not earned, the stuff that people, like, didn't get a chance to earn previously within the past 8 Grand Prix while they were alive. People said it were 9, but there was actually 8. But yeah, there was Nitro Tour, there was Back in Time, there was Spyro and Friends, Spooky, Neon Circus, Winter Festival, Rustland, and Gasmoxia, which is 8 in total. So yeah, throughout the past 8 Grand Prix, this has been a hell of an adventure. And I can't thank Beanox enough for such an experience. It's been a long journey, it's been a wild ride. And hopefully, I think the PC port, well, actually no, they're definitely gonna put, if they do make a PC port, which they most likely will, they're gonna, of course they're gonna, like, implement all the stuff, like, since they implement all the stuff from the Grand Prix, since they've already put all the previous Grand Prix stuff within the pit stop now, it's available for everyone. But yeah, anyways, it's available for everyone to purchase with their Wumpa coins that they've earned within the game. And yeah, fuck microtransactions. It's really not worth it. But anyways, that's officially the end of an era of Grand Prix based live streams from yours truly, called Pro195. So that officially concludes the Gasmoxia Grand Prix casual livestream number 1. The livestream to, and the only livestream to actually part ways with the Gasmoxia Grand Prix and with all Grand Prix based livestreams for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. And I really hope you lot enjoyed this livestream along with all the other previous livestreams that I've done in tribute to all the previous Grand Prix as well. It's been a long journey, and I really hope you lot enjoyed what the Grand Prix have had to offer on top of that. And with that being the case, this gives me more time to focus on other projects alongside, and also to potentially live stream other games as well, like Overwatch and Rainbow Six Siege, which I've been meaning to do for some time now. But, you know, it really depends. I mean, there's a lot of Crash Bandicoot stuff that I really want to get out of the way too, so especially like my Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy Let's Play, that will never be forgotten until it's done. So yeah. Anyways, with all that being said, that officially concludes this live stream in order to conclude the end of a special era of Grand Prix for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. For those of you who are watching this on Twitch, feel free and be sure to follow my Twitch channel in order to keep yourself updated and stay tuned for future live streams. For those of you who are watching this archived on YouTube, feel free and be sure to subscribe, like or rate, however you want to put it. Drop a comment below to leave constructive feedback if you possibly can, and or share around with your friends and family, whoever they may be. And see you lot on whatever's up next on my channel, whenever it may happen. Until then, laters everyone, peace out.